All right, let's get real for a moment. You see, we live in a world where it's easy to get distracted. We're scrolling, we're watching, we're listening, constantly tuned in to what everyone else is doing. But here's the truth: if you're always looking at someone else's life, you're missing out on your own. You've got to focus on yourself, not others. Think about it. Every second you spend comparing yourself, every minute wasted wondering what someone else has, you're giving away your power. You're giving away the precious time you could be using to work on you. And let me tell you something, there is greatness inside you, but it's not going to come out by accident. It's going to take effort. It's going to take focus. Now, I get it. Sometimes we look at others because we want motivation, we want inspiration. And that's fine, as long as it doesn't turn into envy, as long as it doesn't make you feel small. Because if you're letting what they have determine your worth, you're never going to feel enough. Focus on what you want to achieve, not what someone else has already done. And let's talk about discipline. You've got dreams, you've got ambitions, good. But dreams are just dreams without action, and action is what's going to take you to the next level. Don't wait around for someone to hand you the blueprint or show you the way. Forge your own path and let your work speak for itself. Each step, every sacrifice you make, that's yours. Nobody can take it from you. But that means you've got to keep your eyes on your own journey. We've all got different paths, different challenges, and different strengths. And maybe you're thinking, I'm not there yet. I don't have what they have, but you don't know what they've gone through. You don't know their struggles, their setbacks. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Work your craft, polish your skills, and don't you dare give up because someone else seems to have a head start. Here's what I want you to remember: focus on being better than you were yesterday, not better than someone else today. Life is short, and there's not a minute to waste. So turn off the noise, block out the distractions, and zero in on yourself. Grow, hustle, grind every day. Because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. Make sure the person you're becoming is someone you're proud of. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we create a trap that robs us of our focus, motivation, and self-worth. It's a habit that's all too easy to fall into, especially in today's world, where we're exposed to everyone else's achievements, successes, and even curated versions of their daily lives. But the thing is, when you're busy looking outward at others, you're not giving yourself the energy you need to grow, improve, and truly develop. You're watching someone else's progress instead of making your own. The truth is, every single one of us is on a unique journey. We've all come from different backgrounds, faced different challenges, and have different goals. What someone else has achieved, how fast they've reached their goals, or the path they've taken doesn't define what's possible for you. You have your own timeline, your own strengths, and your own purpose, and those can't be measured by someone else's standards. The minute you stop comparing yourself, you open yourself up to explore what you're really capable of. You start to see yourself more clearly, not through the lens of what someone else has done, but through the lens of what you can accomplish. When we're focused on someone else's life, we're giving away our power. We lose the opportunity to harness our potential because we're too busy wishing we were somewhere else. And that kind of thinking only creates a cycle of negativity and self-doubt. You begin to feel inadequate even if you're working hard, even if you're making progress. It's exhausting, and it takes you away from the things that matter, like improving your skills, setting your own goals, and living life on your terms. Imagine how powerful it would be to channel that same energy into yourself. It's essential to understand that everyone has their own struggles and setbacks. Just because you don't see them doesn't mean they don't exist. A person's success often comes after years of challenges, moments of doubt, and countless hours of work that went unseen. What you see is only the outcome, but not the journey it took to get there. Focusing on your own path allows you to appreciate your own journey without feeling the need to compare it to anyone else's. You gain a sense of gratitude for where you are now and a renewed commitment to where you want to go. When you stop comparing, you make room for something incredibly powerful: self-discovery. You begin to understand what truly drives you, what you're passionate about, and what matters to you. You become more self-aware, recognizing your strengths, weaknesses, and areas for growth. It's a journey of understanding yourself on a deeper level, which is something that can never come from comparing yourself to someone else's progress. Instead of trying to measure up to others, you start to set your own standards. Investing your time and energy into building your strengths is one of the most powerful choices you can make. When you focus on what you're good at, you're leveraging your unique talents and skills, turning them into assets that set you apart. In a world where everyone seems to be chasing the latest trends or trying to imitate others, focusing on your own strengths is a rare path to self-mastery and genuine success. When you commit to developing your strengths, you start to realize that you possess capabilities that are uniquely yours. Everyone has certain skills or qualities that, when honed, can bring immense value not only to their own lives, but also to the lives of others. Think about it, the things you do well naturally are areas where you have the potential to excel even further. This doesn't mean you ignore your weaknesses altogether, but you recognize that your true potential lies in enhancing what you're already good at. To truly invest in your strengths, you need to start by identifying them. Self-awareness is key. Take some time to reflect on moments when you felt genuinely confident, energized, or engaged. What activities or tasks were you doing during those moments? Often, those are the areas where your strengths lie. If you're unsure, seek feedback from people you trust who can provide honest insights into your skills and talents. Sometimes others can see potential in us that we overlook ourselves. Once you've identified your strengths, the next step is to put in the work to develop them. This is where discipline and dedication come in. Just because something comes naturally to you doesn't mean it's automatically at its full potential. You still need to practice, refine, and perfect it. Think of it like an athlete who may have a natural gift for a sport but still trains every day to get better. The same principle applies to any strength you have, whether it's communication, creativity, analytical thinking, leadership, or problem solving. Consistent effort turns talent into skill and skill into mastery. It's also essential to look for opportunities that allow you to use your strengths regularly, whether in your career, relationships, or personal goals. Seek out situations that play to your strengths. The more you use and develop these skills, the more confident you become. You start to build a track record of successes, and with each accomplishment, your belief in your abilities grows. This positive cycle reinforces your motivation to keep improving, pushing you to higher levels of achievement. One of the benefits of focusing on your strengths is that it allows you to stand out. In a competitive world, having a refined skill set or a unique talent is a huge advantage. Instead of spreading yourself thin trying to do everything, focus on doing a few things exceptionally well. People recognize and appreciate expertise, and by developing your strengths, you become known for those qualities. This makes you more memorable, more valuable, and more likely to attract opportunities that align with your abilities and aspirations. Investing in your strengths is also deeply fulfilling. It gives you a sense of purpose and direction, allowing you to spend your time and energy on things that genuinely matter to you. When you're working within your strengths, challenges become more manageable and setbacks feel less discouraging. You're more resilient because you know you're playing to your strengths, and that gives you a sense of control and confidence that's hard to find any other way. Discipline and consistent action are essential for achieving your dreams. Too often, people get inspired and motivated by ideas, but without discipline, those ideas fade away, leaving dreams unrealized. Discipline is the glue that holds your commitment together, turning ambition into a sustained journey. It's what keeps you moving forward when the initial excitement wears off, when the days get tough, and when distractions try to pull you away. True discipline is waking up every morning knowing what you need to do and doing it even when no one is watching, and especially when you don't feel like it. Consistency is equally crucial. One great day of work doesn't build success, and neither does one grand gesture or a single moment of victory. Success is built on daily effort, step by step, sometimes in the most mundane, repetitive tasks that seem to make no difference in the moment. These small, often unnoticed actions build the foundation of greatness. People often look at the highlights of others' lives and imagine that success happened overnight, but what they don't see are the hours, days, and years of consistent effort that got them there. Consistency is not about doing something extraordinary in one day. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and repeating that process over time until progress becomes visible. Discipline and consistency go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other if you truly want to achieve your dreams. Discipline is what starts you on the path, giving you the structure and commitment you need to stay focused on your goals, while consistency is what moves you forward inch by inch, mile by mile. Together, they help you overcome obstacles, silence doubts, and make progress where others would give up. Think about athletes, artists, or anyone at the top of their game. Their success isn't just talent or luck, it's years of disciplined training and relentless practice. They've shown up every day, honed their skills, and made sacrifices to stay on their path. Discipline is also about sacrifice. To stay disciplined means sometimes saying no to things that may seem appealing in the short term, but will steer you away from your goal. It's about prioritizing what truly matters, learning to ignore distractions, and resisting the urge to take the easy way out. Sometimes it will mean giving up time with friends, skipping leisure activities, or even passing on opportunities that don't align with your vision. The road to achieving your dreams will test your patience, endurance, and focus, but it's discipline that enables you to stay the course. Discipline demands you set boundaries and commit to a routine so that even when motivation fades, the habits you've built will keep you going. Consistency is what transforms this disciplined routine into visible results. It builds momentum, turning each day's work into a stepping stone toward success. Without consistency, even the strongest discipline fades, leaving intentions unfulfilled. Embracing your unique journey rather than comparing yourself to someone else's timeline is a mindset shift that can dramatically impact your sense of fulfillment and progress. Each of us has our own path, influenced by different backgrounds, challenges, and personal goals. When you realize that your journey is yours alone, you stop feeling pressured to meet milestones that might make sense for someone else but aren't necessarily aligned with your own goals or values. Instead, you can focus on the path that truly resonates with you, building a life that reflects your unique aspirations and strengths rather than trying to match someone else's idea of success. Many people feel stressed or discouraged when they look at others who seem to be achieving things at a faster pace. It's easy to wonder why you're not moving forward at the same speed or why certain opportunities haven't come your way. But these comparisons often overlook one important fact: everyone's journey is affected by their own circumstances, experiences, and timing. What you see on the surface rarely tells the full story of the obstacles they've overcome, the setbacks they faced, or even the privileges they may have had. Their journey doesn't define yours, and their timing doesn't determine yours. Focusing on your own path allows you to let go of these unproductive comparisons and instead invest in the steps that make sense for you. Embracing your own journey also requires self-awareness. It means taking the time to reflect on what you genuinely want to achieve rather than letting others' achievements dictate your aspirations. When you identify your true priorities, you can build a path forward that is both meaningful and sustainable. Knowing what drives you, what you care about, and where you want to go creates a roadmap that is tailored to your strengths, interests, and passions. You're no longer trying to keep up with others or achieve something that might look impressive to the outside world but doesn't resonate deeply with you. Instead, you're setting goals that reflect your own vision, which naturally leads to greater motivation and satisfaction. Walking your own path also means learning to embrace the pace of your progress, even if it feels slower than what others seem to achieve. Growth isn't a race, and it doesn't always happen at a constant rate. There are times when progress might feel slow or uncertain, and that's okay. These moments are part of your unique experience, shaping who you are and preparing you for the next stage in ways you might not fully understand yet. Trusting your own process allows you to find value in each step, recognizing that the lessons learned along the way are just as important as the end goal. Even setbacks can become powerful learning experiences that help you grow stronger and wiser. When you embrace your unique journey, you also become more resilient in the face of challenges. You understand that every experience, whether a success or a setback, is part of a larger picture that contributes to your growth. You're less likely to be discouraged by temporary failures because you see them as part of the process. This mindset helps you develop a sense of inner strength, knowing that the only timeline that matters is your own. You're able to celebrate each milestone, no matter how small, because it represents progress on a path that is meaningful to you. Embracing your unique journey fosters gratitude and self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself if you're constantly comparing your timeline to someone else's, but when you focus on your own journey, you become more accepting of where you are. You start to see your progress as a reflection of your own effort and commitment, not as a comparison against others' accomplishments. This shift allows you to be kinder to yourself, recognizing that growth and success look different for everyone. It frees you to celebrate the progress you've made without feeling overshadowed by others. You're able to appreciate how far you've come and look forward to the steps that lie ahead. Striving to be better than you were yesterday rather than aiming to be better than someone else today is one of the most powerful principles you can adopt in life. It's a mindset that allows you to measure progress in a healthy way, avoiding the traps of comparison and envy. Too often, people set their sights on being superior to others, constantly looking at what someone else has achieved and using that as the benchmark for their own worth. This approach, however, is likely to lead to disappointment and dissatisfaction, as there will always be someone who seems to be a step ahead. But when you focus on self-improvement, on becoming a better version of yourself each day, you're channeling your energy into something you can control: your own growth. This journey of self-betterment is about understanding your strengths, weaknesses, and unique potential. It's about looking in the mirror each day and asking yourself, how can I improve? What can I learn today? How can I push myself a little further? When you adopt this mindset, you're no longer bound by the achievements or opinions of others. You're measuring yourself against your own standards, which are far more meaningful and achievable. The goal here isn't to be perfect, but to be just a little better than you were yesterday. Small, consistent improvements over time create significant progress, far more sustainable than bursts of change driven by competition with others. Moreover, focusing on self-improvement helps you stay motivated because the journey is personal and fulfilling. Rather than comparing yourself to someone who might be on a completely different path, you're working toward goals that resonate with your own values and dreams. This approach brings a sense of accomplishment because you know each step forward is genuine, a result of your own effort, persistence, and dedication. Improvement is not always linear, and there will be setbacks and plateaus along the way, but as long as you keep striving to be better, you're still progressing. Even on challenging days when it feels like you're not moving forward, the mindset of being better than yesterday gives you a sense of purpose, a reason to keep going. Focusing on your own growth rather than someone else's allows you to develop resilience. It teaches you to celebrate your own wins, no matter how small they may seem. Every new skill, every lesson learned, every milestone reached becomes a reminder of what you're capable of, making you less likely to be thrown off course by obstacles or negative comparisons. This approach also fosters gratitude as it shifts your focus toward recognizing how far you've come rather than dwelling on how far you still have to go compared to others. You begin to appreciate the journey and the effort you've put in, realizing that progress, however slow, is still progress. When you're focused on being better than yesterday, you're also more likely to set realistic, achievable goals. Instead of aiming for drastic, sometimes unsustainable changes, you're aiming for incremental improvements that are manageable. This practice creates momentum, building habits and skills gradually that reinforce each other. In time, this accumulation of small wins leads to major transformation without the burnout and frustration that often come from comparing yourself to others. Striving to be better than yesterday is about competing with yourself, not the world, which ultimately leads to a more grounded and fulfilling path forward.